Oh, the dreaded three-letter word.
I know.
That none of us want ever.
This time of year, actually, it can be so good, but it can be so bad, too, because of this kind of transition we are in. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for rising up with America's Morning Headquarters. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Kelly Cass from Coast to Coast. The Weather Channel has you covered. And what a gorgeous few days we've seen. Hopefully you had a great weekend on some of the shorelines like Orange Beach, Alabama.
Oh, we were just talking about beautiful weather so many had this weekend. I know not everyone, but a lot of folks had just warmer than average, but not too hot. It was just right kind of weather.
You know what I love about this time of the year? The bugs aren't out yet either.
Yeah.
So you get the nice warm days. You can eat outside and not be hassled.
Though I know here the pollen is out.
Oh, the pollen, yeah. I hear quite a few sneezes in the newsroom this morning.
It's coming. It's coming. We'll get to all of that. You know, another reason to keep looking up tonight, overnight into early tomorrow morning. How about the lunar eclipse? This is happening in Sydney, Australia. Got the last one that we had in September. Tonight, we'll get to see it in the U.S.
And it's a total, right?
It's a total.
Won't happen again until, I believe, 28.
27, 28, New Year's Eve.
New Year's
27, 28, when that's going to be fun. But anyway, it's going to be a while, so you need to try to see this.
A blood red moon is what we're expecting with this.
Yes. So this will happen overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, depending, of course, your time zone. But for East Coast, it'll be just about the time the sun is rising. So you're going to be battling daylight a little bit, but you have a chance right before that.
I like right around 6:03 in the morning.
Yeah.
Which I'll be here, so we can check it out.
Yeah, we can.
All together here at the Weather Channel. Outside we go. All right, seasons collide in today's
western corner of the state. Look, obviously it looks good right now. But you got to be ready for those changes. And the fire is still not fully contained. 38% containment. It has grown. Remember, it was about 25,000 acres at first. Now we're at 35,000 plus acres here in Collier County with the national fire. So still a factor. The weather has been helpful as of late and will be actually in the coming days. You can see the relative humidities have come up a little bit. But of course, winds are always a problem when it comes to the fire threat. And we will see some of that through today and into tonight. Gusting winds at times today, mainly daytime. Nighttime winds will calm down as we look ahead there. The other spot that we really got to focus in on is actually across parts of the southern Rockies, New Mexico. We've got fire weather watches and even red flag warnings that are up for today. So Kelly was talking about the concerns that we have for severe weather out across this part of the country once we get into the second part of the week. Well, before that, we actually have some fire concerns because of some of the windy conditions and the dry conditions that are already in place. There is an elevated fire risk, which means brush and grass fires can steadily spread. Hopefully, they are easy to control, and that's typically the case with these elevated fire risks. We have another elevated fire risk tomorrow, though, and it also includes eastern New Mexico and parts of the Texas Panhandle, including up around Amarillo. Kelly?
Well, Jen, from fire to heat, and we are because this winter reminded me of all the snow that just stayed on the ground for so long because it stayed cold.
It was a real winter. So many people actually said that. Another comment from Chase who says for
weekend. Not the ice.
I know. The spring brings it all. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for rising up with America's Morning Headquarters. I'm Carfagno.
And I'm Kelly Cass from Coast to Coast. The Weather Channel has you covered, and what a gorgeous few days we've seen on some of the shorelines out there. We're taking a look into Florida, Ormond Beach, where we got some much needed rain over the weekend, Jen.
We did.
Look at that bright red.
This is stunning. Ormond Beach. Oh my gosh. Greg Diesel, this is fantastic. Look at this. It just, I don't even know how you, it's
Is that filtered? Like you wonder, is there a filter on it?
Yeah, I mean, how do you capture, I feel like I'm immersed in it.
I'm actually going to Florida not too long from now. So I'm getting excited. I'm already starting to make the plans and finally away from the cold weather that we had for quite some time where the iguanas were falling out of the trees.
Right.
Now it is definitely feeling more like spring.
Well, this will be a spot to watch out for the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, the full lunar eclipse tomorrow. But you need to have, obviously, good view without the clouds out there. And I think on the East Coast, and that's the only spot this will matter, is that it's happening right about the time of sunrise for some spots, like in the eastern edge of the time zone, running up against daylight.
Right after what, 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern time is when it begins?
Yeah. And
it's going to be a blood red moon, too, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah. The last time we had an eclipse was actually back in Australia in September in Sydney. Tonight's U.S. and tonight's it's a full, and we're not going to get another full lunar eclipse until
2028.
Yeah, 2027
or
2027, 28
into 28.
Yeah.
Okay.
New Year's Eve eclipse.
That's going to be fun, though.
That's going to be cool.
Stay tuned
all the
for
superstitions around that one for sure.
All right. Before that happens, though, we've got to talk about the weather. Winds of 185 miles per hour.
Melissa left a trail of damage across the island, including in tourist hotspots, causing an estimated total of $8.8 billion in damage. Now, more than 4 months later, Jamaica is preparing for an influx of spring break travelers.
Deputy Director of Tourism Philip Rose joins us now with more on what visitors can expect in Jamaica. Thank you so much for being with us today. I know they're still reeling from that monster storm that occurred there, but what do travelers need to know about Jamaica's current status?
Thank you for having me. Travelers need to know that we have recovered completely for all.
And in this case, after a winter like we've had for so many across the eastern half of the country, they need Jamaica. They need the warmth. They need the beautiful waters. So Deputy Director of Tourism Philip Rose, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you
and
all the hard work that the folks in Jamaica have done. Bravo.
People are running to the computer and booking those trips right now and hoping to get away and enjoy some reggae music, those tropical drinks with the umbrellas in them.
I know.
Makes me want to go right now.
And tourism is important for Jamaica too. Yes. So it works both ways.
That's the best way we can help.
Yeah.
Well, whether you're planning for a spring break trip or maybe getting an early jump. I was going to say, we saw so many rivers ice over this year compared to recent winters.
Normal. Yeah.
All right, got another comment on social time. Yeah, they're very thankful for that.
I guess they didn't get that snow that they saw in just south of there.
Right.
South of there. All right, well, thanks for all your comments. Keep them coming. You can share them on social media. If you have any pics or video, use the hashtag YesTV.
We'll take the snow, not the ice, though. Thank you very much.
Thanks for rising up with America's Morning Headquarters. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Kelly Cass from Coast to Coast. The Weather Channel has you covered, and what a gorgeous few days we've seen on some shorelines, especially compared to a week ago today when we had a full-fledged blizzard going on in a place like Hull, Massachusetts.
There's a ton of birds here.
Oh, they're loving it too, aren't they?
Yeah. So are they in transition? Are they coming back? Were they south? Are they moving north?
Here in Atlanta, I've noticed a lot of cranes that are flying through the air.
Yeah.
These look like, and here you can hear them actually. It sounds like seagulls.
Yeah. Well, do they just hang out? Where do they go all winter? I don't even know.
I think they just stay. Maybe
they just stay. They're hardy enough.
Hibernate a little bit.
They're hardy enough. It's been
a lot of us wanted to hibernate this winter.
A tough winter for the seagulls. Another reason to keep looking up. We've got the lunar eclipse overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Now, Sydney, Australia got the last one in September. Tonight will be our turn here in the U.S., and basically the Earth's shadow will be between us and the moon. So you'll see like a red glow around the moon. It's
going to be a blood moon, blood red moon. But yeah, you have to get up early to see it, and hopefully the weather will cooperate. Eastern time zone, you're fighting with that sunrise, though.
Yeah, it's about, it starts at 6:04 to start, and then the peak is 6:33. So you're fighting with sunrise on the eastern edge.
I'll try to get a shot of it. The good news is with a lunar eclipse, you don't need any special glasses.
Good point, Kelly.
That.
Yeah, you can look at it.
Look up at it.
Yeah, you can just look at it. And do that, because the next time we get a chance for this is 2027 at the end of it.
Right.
New Year's Eve, 2027, 28.
That'll be a special one, a New Year's Eve one. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, when it's not so cool as this time of year, we get the storms, too. We have to talk about that threat of reservoirs. Mark has a very good point. We've been below average in this part of the country.
We have been, and we just got that big storm in California, but it happened to be kind of a dry snow. So despite the feet upon feet of snow, it didn't add as much water as you would have hoped.
Salt Lake City, only a couple of inches. Yeah, we've only had a couple of inches in Salt Lake City so far this year. Running very behind.
All right, keep your comments coming. You can share them on social media. Any pics or video, just use the hashtag YesTV. You can march into the spring season.